He had nothing, no money, no future, no hope, until he discovered one simple secret. He started waking up at 5 a.m. every single morning, and in just 90 days, his entire life completely changed. What he did in those early morning hours will shock you, and it might just be the answer you've been searching for. Before we start, what time are you listening to this right now? Drop it in the comments and subscribe for more. In a town where factories never stopped, Thomas worked the night shift, security guard, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. every night. Every morning, exhausted, walking home past windows that showed lives he'd never lived. Families eating breakfast, children heading to school, men in clean shirts walking to real jobs. And Thomas thought, will this be my life forever? He'd tried to change, applied for better jobs. Every door closed. He only finished high school. Wanted to learn new skills, but after a full night of work, he was too tired to do anything except collapse. His mother called once a week. "Thomas, when will your life get better? I'm getting old. I want to see you succeed before I die." He'd say, "Soon, Mama, soon." But he wasn't working on it because he didn't know how. The truth that hurt most, he wasn't lazy. He worked hard every night, walked 4 miles, stayed alert, did his duty. But hard work alone wasn't changing anything. He was working hard in a life going nowhere. Every morning at 7 a.m., he fell into bed, slept until 4 p.m., living backwards. The world moved forward while he slept through it. One thought kept whispering, there has to be another way. One cold Tuesday morning, his phone rang. "Thomas, you need to come home now. Mama collapsed. She's in the hospital." 3 hours on a bus that felt like forever. His mother was in bed, weak but awake. The doctor said she'd fainted from exhaustion and stress. She needed rest, better food, medicine they couldn't afford. She held his hand, her voice barely a whisper. "Thomas, I don't have much time left. Please, my son, don't waste your life like I wasted mine. Find a way. Promise me." He sat beside her long after she fell asleep, looked at her wrinkled hands, hands that had worked in fields for decades, just like he worked through nights, both of them struggling, both of them going nowhere. Something inside him broke, not with sadness, with anger at his own helplessness. He stepped outside. It was 5 a.m. The village was still asleep, but a few farmers were already walking to their fields, birds beginning to sing. The air was cool and fresh, and in that quiet dawn, Thomas made a decision. No more. I will not live like this anymore. I don't care what it takes. I will find a way. On the bus back, Thomas noticed a man across from him, well-dressed, reading a book, peaceful. He recognized him, Mr. Chun, a businessman who owned several shops in town, and it was 6 a.m. Thomas gathered his courage. "Excuse me, sir, why are you on this early bus?" Mr. Chun smiled. "Because I wake up at 4:30 every morning. I use this time to read, think, and plan my day before the world wakes up." "But don't you need sleep?" "I sleep at 9 p.m., 7.5 hours, that's enough." Mr. Chun looked at Thomas's tired face. "You work nights?" "Yes, security guard." "And when do you sleep?" 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., usually." Mr. Chun nodded slowly. "So you're awake when the world sleeps and asleep when the world works. No wonder you're stuck." He leaned forward. "Young man, let me tell you a secret that changed my life 30 years ago. The hours between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., those are magic hours. That's when you build the life you want while everyone else is still dreaming." Thomas felt something stir, a dangerous thing called hope. "But how? I work until 6 a.m. I need sleep." "Then change your sleep. Sleep when you get home at 6:30. Wake at 11:30. 5 hours, enough to survive. Then live your real life when the world is awake. And if you can change to day work eventually, wake at 5 a.m. always. That's the secret." Mr. Chun wrote his number on a card. "If you're serious about changing your life, call me. I'll show you what to do with those morning hours. But only if you're serious, because it requires discipline most people don't have." That evening, Thomas called Mr. Chun. The next day, they met at a small cafe. Mr. Chun drew a simple picture. "Thomas, imagine your life is a house. Right now, it's dark, cold, and falling apart. Why? Because you never work on the foundation. You're too busy surviving. 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., your foundation time. 2 hours every morning. That's 14 hours per week, 60 hours per month, 730 hours per year, the same as 9 full work days just from waking up early. In 1 year, you get 3 extra months that everyone else wastes." Thomas's eyes went wide. 3 months. "Here's what you do with those 2 hours. This is non-negotiable. This is the system. Hour 1, 5 to 6 a.m. Build skills. Learn something that changes your money situation. Not scrolling, not watching TV. A language, a trade, a certification. Online courses are free. YouTube has everything. Hour 2, 6 to 7 a.m. Build your body and mind. Exercise first, even 20 minutes. Then plan your day. Write down your goals. Review your progress. If you're watching this and realizing you've been sleeping through your own breakthrough hours, hit subscribe. Neural Throne breaks down the hidden psychology behind every transformation. Now back to the story. Thomas followed the system. The first week was brutal. His body screamed for sleep. His mind whispered, "This is pointless." But he showed up at 11:30 a.m. every day and used those hours exactly as Mr. Chun taught. Week 1, he started a free Excel course online. Something small, something practical. Week 2, he exercised for 20 minutes every morning. Push-ups, sit-ups, a run around the block. His energy shifted, not overnight, but noticeably. Week 4, he finished his Excel certification, applied for a warehouse manager position, got an interview, got the job, double his previous salary. By month 3, Thomas had learned basic accounting, started managing inventory reports no one else could read. His boss noticed, gave him a raise. He sent money to his mother, real money, not scraps, enough for her medicine, her food, her rest. She called him, crying. "Thomas, what happened?" He said, "I woke up, Mama." But here's what most people miss about this story. It wasn't the 5 a.m. that changed Thomas. It was the identity shift. When you wake up while the world sleeps, you send your brain a signal. I am not a victim of my schedule. I control my time. That signal rewires everything. Your confidence, your decisions, your standards. Thomas didn't just gain 2 extra hours.
He gained proof that he could change, and proof is the most addictive substance in human psychology. Once you prove to yourself that you can do something hard, you start looking for the next hard thing. That's the obsession engine, and that's what separates the throne from the crowd. Thomas started with nothing but a broken sleep schedule and a card with a phone number. Within 90 days, he had a new job, a new income, and a mother who finally stopped worrying. The secret of 5 a.m. isn't about waking up early, it's about waking up before your excuses do. What time will you wake up tomorrow? Your throne is waiting.